What's up, family? Man, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Fair warning. This is gonna come off as a rant, but it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. We have to grow the fuck up. We have to grow the fuck up. And I'm not talking about just age. Fuck your age. We have to grow the fuck up emotionally. We have to grow the fuck up spiritually. We have to stop the bullshit. I grew up in a Christian household. And it fucked me up. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. I'm just laying the groundwork. Nothing that I experienced as a fucking kid had anything to do with love. Or real love, put it that way. It was the toxic ass version of love. But it had nothing to do with that agape love, and that godly love, that pure love, that genuine love, that unconditional love. Had nothing to do with any of that. The shit that we grew up in, the shit that we was exposed to as Christian kids was everything but fucking love. I don't give a fuck what they say it was. We going there today. We going there today. And again, it's going to piss some people off. And you already know, I don't give a fuck whether you get pissed off. I want you to wake the fuck up. I want you to grow the fuck up. So if me coming on here and saying some shit pisses you off, good. Good. I did my motherfucking job. The truth is hard to hear. The truth is hard to accept. And I get that. God beat the shit out of me all the time with some truth I'm not ready to hear. I'm not ready to accept yet. And it is what it is. That's the only way we grow. I'm going right here. Everything that I experienced as a kid, it was labeled love. It was labeled Christian. It was labeled godly. But it was hate. It was satanic. It was witchcraft. It was bullshit. It was ignorance. It wasn't love at all. It wasn't godly at all. See, ain't nothing godly about telling some little kids that they're stupid. Ain't nothing godly about telling some little kids that they're dumb and they're going to hell. Ain't nothing godly about telling some little kid, I'm talking about little, we're babies. Ain't nothing godly about telling some people that they're gonna grow up and be just like their raggedy ass daddy and spend the rest of their life in prison. I'm talking about witchcraft and satanic shit. See, that's all satanic shit. And I know they was just trying to scare you so you could live right. Ain't shit about godly scaring people. No, you could sugarcoat the shit all the fuck you want to. You could try to justify the bullshit all you want to. Motherfuckers was misquoting the scriptures all the fucking time. To us. They was trying to scare us straight. No, motherfucker, you was lying. You was misquoting the scriptures on purpose. You was intentionally lying. We're going there today. We're going. I promise you, this is going to piss some of y'all off. There's nothing godly about any of that bullshit. You don't scare somebody out of hell. See, here's the truth, and this thing people don't fucking get. Prisons exist and have existed before I was fucking born. I'm 53 years old. There was prisons when I was here, when I came as a fucking baby. Prison ain't scared motherfuckers out of doing stupid ass shit. Prisons have not stopped motherfuckers from doing ignorant ass shit. We see people on drugs. As a kid, I grew up back in the 70s, in the early 80s, they would have these things talking about drugs and all the side effects of drugs. Don't do this, and the street name is this, and the street name is this, and the street name is this, and they offer you this, and and they're lacing us up with all this knowledge on dope and how it fucks you up. It laced us up with all of this knowledge on alcohol and how it fucks up your kidneys, how it fucks up your liver. Guess what? With all of that knowledge, with all of that information that they gave us, I never did dope because I never gave a fuck about doing dope. I smoked me some weed. But I hadn't do dope. I never had any interest in doing dope. And it wasn't because of the bullshit that they were talking about. Because I would drink the fuck out of some liquor. All by my motherfucking self. I would smoke the fuck out of some blunts. I didn't give a fuck about the consequences. I didn't give a fuck about going to hell. And all these, oh, you can't have sex, premarital sex, you're gonna go to hell. Man, that wasn't stopping nobody from fucking. That wasn't stopping nobody from having sex. That wasn't stopping nobody from getting a blowjob. The fuck y'all talking about? Nobody gave a fuck about the consequences. And the girls in church are the worst. The pastor's daughter most of the time, and the pastor's sons are the worst. If the truth be told. Maybe it's just my experience that they some of the freakiest motherfuckers around. It is what it is. We're talking about witchcraft. We're talking about satanic bullshit. And I know the intent, well, we just didn't want y'all having babies, and we just didn't want y'all, that didn't stop shit. We was gonna do what the fuck we wanted to do. Just like everybody else. There's motherfuckers waiting to get in fucking prison. There's motherfuckers going to the pen every damn day. Every day. Hold up, stay with me. Motherfuckers having sex every fucking day. If AIDS didn't stop people from fucking, you think they give a fuck about hell? We gotta grow the fuck up. The trick is, I got a little older and I started rocking crystals. And all these motherfuckers got on, oh, that's satanic, that's God, that's ungodly, and we'll do all these fucking religious fanatics. That's ungodly. Time out. Let's go back to the beginning of the video. We'll talk about God, source, universe, most high, the creator. If God created everything, and I believe that it did. If God created everything, if God made the gold wedding band you're wearing, or the silver, the platinum wedding band that you're wearing, if God made that metal, I'm going somewhere, I'm just laying groundwork. If God made that metal, and man got it up out the ground, cleaned it up and shaped it, and made it into the image that it's in, does that make it ungodly? If God, the creator, made your birthstone or the birthstone of your raggedy ass kids or your husband, and you rocking that ring, or you wearing a pendant with the birthstones of your kids, are those crystals any different from the crystals I'm rocking. See, good amethyst, this purple right here, that's my birthstone. That's my birthstone. But see, when I wear my shit, this is satanic. This is witchcraft. When you wear your shit, God made it. When you wear your fucking diamond rings, it's okay. God made it. When I wear my crystals, oh, that's satanic. That's witchcraft. How the fuck can both of them be true? If God, the creator, made both of them and your raggedy ass didn't go find shit, you didn't go find the crystals you wearing. You didn't go find the gold, the platinum, the silver, the brass, the copper. You didn't go find that shit. Birthstones. You didn't go dig that shit up. You didn't clean that shit up. You didn't cut that shit up into the size you see and put it in a piece of jewelry that you rocking. You didn't do none of that shit. But it's okay for you to rock what you rock. But it's not okay for me to rock what I rock. Because I don't believe in the bullshit you spew. Because I'm not a fucking Christian like you. So therefore, my shit has to be satanic. My shit has to be witchcraft. Why, your shit is godly. Your shit is okay. You seeing the fucking hypocrisy? You seeing the bullshit? Talking about manifestations. When I speak something and it manifests, oh, that's the devil working for you, and because you ain't got God in your life, you ain't saved, you ain't sanctified, you ain't Holy Ghost filled, you ain't water baptized, you ain't got Jesus, so that's the devil. The devil can manifest things for you too. The devil can give you shit too. That's what you hear Christians saying. Okay, so people speak curses. Stay with me. People speak curses. Oh, that's witchcraft. Man, and they write these spells down and they put these voodoo and hoodoo stuff and they put all these curses on people and make things happen to people. And man, they mess up your sex life. They mess up your money. They mess up everything. You lose your job. You lose your house. Your body functions won't work. And they can do all kinds of shit to you. In voodoo and witchcraft. They can also do shit to you in fucking Christianity. They just don't go through the ritualistic things that some of these other people do. Same shit, just done differently. See, over here in church, we gonna say, man, I curse you in the name of Jesus. All your money be dried up. Everything you touch is just cursed. It's just damaged. It's no good. It comes to naught. And da-da-da-da. We have all this shit to say in Christianity. Until you come back and apologize to me. Until you make right what you did. And da-da-da-da. That's a fucking curse. That shit ain't fucking godly. That's witchcraft. That's satanic. For you to speak negativity over anybody's life ain't got shit to do with God. Not like that. For you to sit there and tell anybody they're going straight to hell and that ain't godly. That ain't got nothing to do with love. That ain't got nothing to do with God. You're trying to scare and emotionally manipulate that motherfucker. And that's what the church is doing for fucking years. To emotionally manipulate you into controlling your ass. And then when they can't control you, oh, you're a witch, you're a devil, you're Satan, you're a child of the devil, and da-da-da-da, and all this other stupid ass shit. Because they can't emotionally manipulate you and control you. We gotta grow up. We have to grow up. You got all these ignorant ass motherfuckers in the church talking about, man, this motherfucker's paying attention to the numbers. He's paying attention to the stars, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. He's out there sun gazing. He's out there moon gazing, and all this other stupid ass shit. That's satanic, and that's witchcraft, ritualistic bullshit. There's all the stuff that they have to say. But then they'd be the first one to say that God created the sun and the stars and the moon. If God created all of those things, you can't tell me that he didn't want us to stand there and look at that shit. If God created the stars, there's a purpose for the stars. See, even the Bible talks about numbers and understanding the meaning of numbers. From Genesis to Revelation is filled with numerology. I know in Christianity, you call it something different. It's still numerology. It's still understanding the power and significance of numbers. Grow the fuck up. Even in the Bible, it talks about, man, the wise men looking to the stars and knowing that Jesus was born. The wise men looking to the stars and getting direction from the stars to the location where Jesus was at. The wise men followed the fucking stars. Jesus talks about signs in the sky. But because you don't understand your own fucking Bible, and because y'all don't understand what the fuck was really going on in the Bible, most of y'all don't even read the Bible. Y'all just go by what other people tell you. But you ain't never really looked into the Bible. I'm gonna have to do a video on really understanding the Bible. There's a lot of deep shit in there. And a lot of shit motherfuckers misuse and misquote. But the Bible talks about the signs in the sky. The Bible talks about the red moon, blood moon, whatever you want to fucking call it. The Bible talks about, man, you got to know this stuff. The Bible also says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. For a lack of knowledge. There's nothing wrong with knowing numerology. There's nothing wrong with knowing about astronomy and the skies and the stars and all that other stuff. There's nothing wrong about knowing about different herbs. I was in California, and I was posting how I would go out to the garden and out into the wild, and I would grab different herbs, stinging nettle and dandelions. And man, I would go to my garden and I would grab some echinacea, I would grab some mint and some rosemary, some marigold, and some of everything that I had, lemongrass, and just all the different stuff that I was growing. And I would make different tinctures and make different teas because certain things was going on with my body. And I would take these things and I would mix them up, man, and I would drink it. And all these motherfuckers, oh, that's not godly, that's witchcraft, and da-da-da. It's like all the time. How can it be witchcraft when I've taken the plants that God has made? I've taken the plants that God has made, that God put here. And every plant has some type of medicinal benefit. But we don't understand that because our people ain't got no fucking knowledge. We know stupid shit. We know about Jay-Z and Beyonce and P. Diddy, whatever the fuck his name is. We know about all these other motherfuckers, but we don't know shit about the shit we supposed to know. We can tell you everything about LeBron's career, about the Lakers, about the Raiders, about NASCAR and baseball, and all this other stupid, ignorant, superficial shit. But I can't tell you how to grow a fucking garden. I can't tell you how to get rid of a stomach ache. I can't tell you, man, that if you get a cut, man, go get you some aloe vera and da-da-da, and not the store-bought shit. Go out there into the fucking garden or grab your fucking aloe vera plant, cut the bitch open, slice it, do what you gotta do, get it, rub it on that shit, get you some, you got a bleeding cut, man, okay, get you some fucking cinnamon, get you some fucking cayenne pepper, or whatever the fuck it is. This is herbs, this is stuff that God put here. This is natural remedies, but you got fucking Christians from that they're into holistic health and all this other, that ain't godly, and da. What the fuck you talking about? You sound real fucking stupid. How the fuck did God create all this shit? But I'm not gonna use it. But I'm not gonna put my trust in some fucking raggedy ass doctor who's getting paid to push some fucking pills, and my faith in this fucking pill that the doctor's pushing. Oh, now I just believe God, now I trust God that God's gonna fix it and God's gonna make everything better. And so I'm gonna go to the doctor because that's what we're supposed to do. Because God gave the doctors the knowledge and the wisdom to help me. God also put the shit in the fucking plants. But because your ignorant ass don't know shit, you're gonna go pay a fucking copay and get some fucked up shit that's gonna fuck up your liver and your intestines and give you more fucking bodily damage than had your ass just went out to the fucking nature and picked you some fucking plants after doing your fucking due diligence and learning some shit. Okay, man, for a stomach ache, or for nausea, or for upset stomach, or for diarrhea, or for heartburn, whatever the fuck you got going on. You got diabetes, you got high blood pressure, low blood pressure, whatever the fuck you got going on, man, God's already got the answer in nature. I talk to you guys about nature all the time. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, Christians call me a fucking warlock. I don't give a fuck what you call me. But I know I'm connected to God. I know that, man, I could walk my ass out in fucking nature. And I could pick some shit that he's put out there already. For whatever ailment I may have. I could walk right out in the nature after doing my study and connecting with, okay, what is it God show me? The trip is, this is the knowledge that our ancient Africans already had. This is the knowledge that our Native Americans had. This is the knowledge that the ancient Asians, ancient Chinese and Japanese and Koreans, this is the knowledge that they already had. But over time, we've lost a lot of that. We've lost a great majority of that knowledge. So now we put all of our hope and faith and trust in some fucking man in some fucking white lab coat. Because we're too ignorant to understand that scientists and people have went out and grabbed these fucking herbs, brought them back to a fucking laboratory and mixed them up with some other shit. And they put them in a fucking pill form and they're pushing it to you for $100 or more. And your ass could just walk out in fucking nature and pick your own fucking shit. Your ass could grow a fucking garden and grow your own fucking shit. But we're talking about witchcraft. It's witchcraft for you not to know the truth about the herbs and the plants that God put here. It's witchcraft for you to sit here and blast everybody else and call them satanic and da-da-da-da-da because they believe in natural remedies. Because they believe that I can manifest with my mouth. And because they believe that, man, I don't have to speak negative on anybody else's life. They believe they understand. I understand. And when I say something negative about somebody else, when I say that motherfucker's always broke, when I say that motherfucker's gonna be stupid the rest of their fucking life, when I say they ain't gonna amount to shit, they ain't nobody, I understand that that's speaking a fucking curse over that person's life. That's a curse. I'm cursing them. Oh, you stupid. You just like your daddy. Oh, you angry and you gonna be angry because your daddy was angry. Oh, you angry. It just runs in the family. Your mama was angry. Your grandma was angry. Girl, you just got anger issues. That's okay. That's just who you are. That's who he is. Nah, that's a fucking curse. Don't curse me like that. Don't tell me that I'm fucked up because my mama was fucked up and her mama was fucked up. Don't curse me and tell me I'm fucked up because my daddy was fucked up and his daddy was fucked up. No, I choose not to be fucked up. I'm not gonna be fucked up. I don't receive your fucking curses over my life anymore. I don't receive the fucking toxic ass bullshit you spewed about me and my life anymore. I'm free. I'm free from your religious bullshit. I'm free from your religious dogma. I'm free from your religious hypocrisy. I'm free from your religious bullshit. And I don't give a fuck what you got to say about it. Because ain't never one of you motherfuckers got a heaven or hell to put anybody in. You motherfuckers don't even know what hell is. You wouldn't know Jesus if he stood next to your ass. And the trip is, when you really look at the Bible, when you really study the Bible, it was the religious motherfuckers that condemned Jesus. It was the religious motherfuckers that had an issue with Jesus. It was the religious people. It wasn't the witches. It wasn't the warlocks. It was the Christians. It was the religious motherfuckers that condemned Jesus. It was the religious motherfuckers that rejected Jesus, or Yahshua, whatever you want to call him. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Either you bought this life or you ain't about this life. There's coming a time where you have to decide real quick what the fuck you gonna do. You gonna keep playing religious bullshit games, or you gonna get your life right and say, okay, you know what, man, I need to grow up emotionally. I need to grow up spiritually. I need to grow up intellectually. I need to find the truth for my motherfucking self. God, help me. Not help me win more fucking people to Christianity. Not help me win more motherfuckers to the church. God, help me understand the motherfucking truth. Open my eyes. Open my understanding to the truth. No more dogma. To the truth. To the truth. And there's only one truth. And it ain't got shit to do with your fucking religious beliefs. And I know everybody talk about, man, everybody got their truth. And no, everybody ain't got their truth. Everybody got their perspective of the fucking truth. See, having a perspective, opinion about the truth is totally different than having your own truth. There ain't that many fucking truths in the world. There's 8 billion motherfuckers on the planet. There are not 8 billion truths on this fucking planet. There may be 8 billion opinions or perspectives of the truth. But there are not 8 billion truths. We have to grow the fuck up. We have to grow up. Either we're going to be about living and reaching our full potential, or we're going to stay comfortable and live a mediocre fucking life. We didn't come here to be fucking mediocre. We didn't come here to be voiceless. We didn't come here to be powerless. We didn't come here to be intimidated by these raggedy ass motherfuckers walking around and preaching and beating people over the fucking head with the Bible and trying to scare their ass into the fucking church. I ain't intimidated by none of these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck who they is. We have to grow the fuck up. And I know my language is gonna offend some people. I don't give a fuck. I can tell you like my grandpa used to tell me when I was a kid. Eat the meat and throw away the bones. Eat the meat and throw away the bones. The part that you can't use, okay, take what you can use. Learn from that. And as you mature and grow wiser, you'll understand, okay, man, I don't even have to throw away the bones. I could take the bones and put them in a compost pile. Why? Because although it's not benefiting me right now, by putting the bones in a compost pile, that's helping my compost. Which is in turn, I'm putting that in my garden. Which in turn benefits me. So even the bones that I was throwing away originally, because I didn't have the wisdom to understand how to utilize them. But when I gained the knowledge and the wisdom, I was able to even use that which I didn't see as useful. We gotta grow the fuck up. We have to grow up. Stop allowing these ignorant ass motherfuckers to keep making you intimidated and scared and blah, 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 because they're calling you a witch. They're calling you a warlock. They're calling you a sinner. They're saying you got the devil in you and all this other stupid ass shit. As long as you're connected to God. And only you really know that, whether or not you have a real relationship with God. See, they have religion. We have relationship. A lot of them talking about now, oh, I got a relationship with Jesus. Not spewing the same fucking bullshit you was doing. You ain't got no relationship with Jesus damning everybody to fucking hell. You ain't got no relationship with Jesus dogging everybody out for rocking crystals and you got on crystals. You ain't got no relationship with Jesus and you blasting everybody else because of your fucking ignorance. Because you don't know any better. We gotta grow up. We have to grow up. As long as you have a relationship with God, and only you really know that. Other people could look at you that have a relationship with God. It's like, man, there's something about that person. There's something peculiar about that person. Man, my energy. And see, church folk, oh no, you ain't supposed to talk about energies and vibes. It's to be discernment from the Jesus, discernment from God. What the fuck do you think that discernment is? Other than a frequency. We have to grow the fuck up. This video will go on for hours, talking about the hypocrisy with the church when it comes to witchcraft and being connected to God. We have to grow up. Seek a relationship, an intimate relationship with God. You don't need a fucking pastor for that. You don't need a church for that. You just need to have the desire. Man, I want to be closer to God. And one of the hardest things that I've had to learn was the closer I got to God, the further away from the church I got. The higher and the further I got in church, the further away from God I got. And the further I got from the church, the closer to God I got. That was mind-boggling to me. It blew me away. Man, I hope and pray that I said something to inspire you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to challenge your way of thinking. That, man, we gotta get serious. We have to get serious about our walk, our purpose, why we're here. Man, namaste. The God in me sees, acknowledges, cherishes the God in each and every one of you. I thank each and every one of you for being part of this tribe, for choosing to watch this video. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I bless you.